Hello, welcome to the A to Z YouTube channel. My name's Toby Allen and I'm the A in A to Z, and I'm in charge of songwriting, engineering and producing. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new AMP update to AmpHub for February 2023, which is the Saratov M50. Now this is based on a customized Saratov M50. I don't know a huge amount about this one, but I believe it was made with the actual amp was made with electro-harmonix in Russia, and it's been described as being like halfway between a blackface and a plexi. It's got 6L6s in the power stage, and yeah, it sounds kind of doomy and kind of chonky. It's not like the usual kind of metal kind of sounds that you get in AmpHub, so that's quite cool. So it's something a bit unique, a bit different. And what I'm going to do actually, first off we'll just turn off, I've got a rat going on here at the moment, so we'll turn that off. And this is just the amp. Cabinet wise, I'm using the usual Vikings from Bogren to add some consistency across the channel. I'm using the same tried and true faithful Schecter Jeff Loomis, possibly the greatest guitar ever made. It sounds amazing on everything, but you know, the consistency of this guitar on every amp sim and that IR on every amp sim review kind of gives you some consistency across the channel, so you can easily compare between the different amp sims. So this is what it sounds like on the setup I've got at the moment. You got an option here of input 1, input 2, and then 1 and 2. So it's kind of like the jumper thing on plexis, and you've got the separate volume for volumes 1 and 2. So if we go to 1 and bring the volume down, that essentially works as your gain control. And then on the 2, same again. And both together. And then you've got your standard 3-band EQ, treble, middle and bass. So if we put that to the usual, pretty solid sound, and that definitely requires a boost to get you into that heavy territory, but it sounds great. Then over here you've obviously got presence as per usual. You've got mod 1, 2 and 3, and I'm told that mod 1 and 2 change the circuit between an older mod 1 and newer mod 2 revision, and the difference is basically the amount of gain, and the mids is a little bit different as well. And then mod 3 is a boosted version of mod 2. And the boost happens at the last stage before the tone stack. So mod 1 sounds like this. So mod 2, you can hear the gain goes up slightly from mod 1, and also there's a bit of chonk added in there as well. And then mod 3. So it's that chonk, that's the boost and the chonk, and then more boost. So that sounds great. So let's try that on the other stomp boxes. So usual, gonna go with the plume setting. And then a precision drive. Precision drive does that thing where it just makes everything sound modern. But I think with this one, it really benefits from a rat, kind of that real gnarly. Definitely works better for me on kind of slower, more sludgy, doomy kind of sounds. It's great for that. So let's have a look at some of the other cabinets very quickly. Let's put on something like, let's go with a high watt with 57. Alright, let's go something crazy. Let's put some fuzz in front of it. Actually, you know what that tone makes me think of? That makes me think of Pulling Teeth by Metallica, that Cliff Burton bass solo. That's what that tone sounds like to me. I don't know how to play it, so I'm just kind of, you know, noodling. But yeah, that's gnarly. That sounds... the way that the fuzz is interacting with the Saratov does sound like how a real fuzz interacts with a real amp. So I think they've done a really good job of emulating that sound. Let's just try one last thing as well. What shall we try on here? Something. Let's go with... not that one. Let's go with the old faithful, if I can find it, SD1. Let's go with the SD1 because I like the real life version. So. That tone definitely benefits from the darker cab. Yeah, so that's another option. I like that this is very different from a lot of the other kind of amp sounds we've got on here already. There's obviously lots of Marshall and dual rectifier and Ingalls and 5150 kind of sounds, which are kind of, you know, your bread and butter kind of tones, and that's kind of almost like the market is kind of gets swamped by JCM 800s, dual rectifiers, and 5150s. So it's nice to have some other options. So we've got things like the Serpent Queen, which we tried last month. That was awesome. And then there's this new Saratov. I really like this as well. And I don't think it's necessarily something I'll be using a lot because it's not really the kind of tones I'm normally trying to go for, but it's there when I need it, you know. If I want to go something a bit real sort of fuzzy or nasty or doomy or dark, even as like an additional layer, then that is ideal. So yeah, another great amp sim from AmpHub. You know, that's just my opinion. I'd be interested to know what you think, so feel free to drop a comment in the box below. And of course, as always, please do the words and the things and the clicks and the likes and the subscribes and all the cheeky monkey shenanigans that are involved with watching a video on YouTube. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.